Bullet plays Caves of Qud. This is an indie game that's a roguelike in the style of Rogue. Basically it's a game where all the screen, all the maps are divided into squares, and every movement you take takes an action, an amount of actions. I'll be showing you exactly how the game works, and I'll be explaining the core mechanics of the game while I'll be going on. This game has permadeath in the classic mode, and that's what I'll be playing. And my goal here will be to try to get as far with the character. I'll be going for the classic mode. We have many ways to start the game. We have presets that we can choose from. We can make a new character, or we have a library where we saved some of the presets that we made in earlier games. I'll be going for a new character. The two options are mutated human or truekin. That's basically a human that has no mutation. It doesn't have an unstable genome like the mutated human, so you will be stuck with the character as it is. The only modifications that you can do is by going to I don't know what they're called, like a supercomputer where you can install pieces of cybernetics to enhance your abilities. But I'll be going for the mutated one because it's simpler in the beginning, and it also has night vision that doesn't take away the color of your screen, because if you want to play truekin with night vision, you'll basically see all the game in green tints, and that's not really pretty to look at. I'll be going for an agility based character, but it's not the gunslinger, it's the arconaut. So he starts with +2 to agility, also has access to short blades, tinkering, and then scavenging. That's part of the tinkering. And he also starts with some random junk, which will be a little bit useful early on. Here are the options for the mutations that you take at the first level. As you can see, you have 12 points that you can invest, but you can also have some more points that you can get by starting your character with some defects, and that's what I'll be doing. So I'm gonna make him carnivorous because I don't care that he can't eat plants. In the early game, eating is not really that important, and you're not really making super useful foods. Also, the nerve poppy makes it that you don't see your hit points, but you also only see your general condition, and that's what I'll be going for. And these ones are the only two that I'll be taking from the physical mutations. As you can see, this area here is for physical mutations. This one is for the mental ones. So I'll be taking socially repugnant as a defect from the mental ones. This just makes it that you start with -50 reputation with everyone, but again, in the early game it's not really a big deal. You could start with a morphotype, which one of these two would mean that you either only have physical mutations or the Esper only has the mental mutations. I don't really like limiting the character in that way, because mental mutations can be really useful even for someone that basically goes for the physical ones in the beginning. In the late game, the mental ones could really prove useful. So right now we're gonna start by picking the mutations. I think I cannot choose the photosynthetic skin because of one of the defects. I don't know why it's restricted. Yeah, might be that reason. Also, the unstable genome makes it that you start whenever you mutate, you have a 33% chance to get to choose from 3 random mutations. This would only be helpful if one of those 3 random mutations one of those is chosen from one that costs more than 3, otherwise it would be just points that you spend for no reason. I'll start selecting my mutations that I need for this character that I want to make. The first one is multiple arms. That gives you a 10% chance with each extra arm to deliver an extra shot. But as we go on in the game, we get mutation points, and if we invest them in this mutation right here, we'll basically have that chance go higher and higher. Also, I'm gonna start with night vision. That's basically makes it so that I don't need to go around wielding a torch or a light source, and that's basically freeing up a hand and a slot in later on, so I'll always have all the slots available because I normally see in the dark. Regeneration is really helpful because it makes you heal faster, so that's really gonna be useful. The stinger on the back will be for paralyzing enemies, and that's really useful to fight some stronger enemies at the beginning, also because as something that I didn't mention already is that you can die really easily in the beginning. Some normal starting enemy will just pop up, and if he hits you wrong, you're just dead. Anyway, the last mutation, last important one I'll be taking is wings that allow me to fly. We start with a 5% chance on every movement that we will fall to the ground, but basically by putting points in this one, we'll basically reduce that to 0, so we can fly whenever we want. And the thick fur, because we had an extra point, that's just a good one. I like starting with because it gives you some resistance to hidden cold and also reputation with apes, baboons, bears, and the grazing hedonists that are like gazelles and stuff like that. I think also goats. I don't know what faction they are. I think goats are a faction of their own, because that's how this game works. It has multiple factions, and you'll see as I play. I'll be getting some strength because I'll always need that to determine the damage that I do. But I'll be going for agility, that basically determines both the accuracy with melee and with ranged weapons, and my dodge chance, which will be an important part of surviving the early game at least. And the rest of the points go into intelligence. That's really good to have for when we'll start taking when we'll start going into the Thinkering tree that will be used for crafting. Okay, so this is how our human looks. I won't save into the build because I already have this preset saved, so I'll just be going for a name. I'll just call him Agility 1, and I'll be starting this here. These are the starting locations. These 4 are random in the world, while this one is pre-generated, and this one is, it's recommended for starting so that you can learn the surrounding areas, how they look, and everything like that. I think that my game is, I hope it didn't crash. No, it didn't. So if we start here, I already know how the area looks, what I have to do the first missions, and how do I get access to the main storyline. So this here is the game. You can see we move with our arrows. We could also move with the mouse, but I don't really like that. And every step I take, you see this character here, that NPC is moving. Whenever I take a step, no, it stopped. I was saying that whenever we take an action, every other character is taking an action, but they usually, most of the NPCs just sit around, unless like this one, he likes to move around the map. So I'll be talking to him. He'll give us a quest to go to the 6-day stealth. That is an important non-randomly generated area on the map. I'll show you the map later. So we'll just accept the quest to go there. I'll just show you the map briefly. I think I still have some debug tools activated. I'll deactivate them later, like these ones. These here are just some debug tools, but the map should look like this. These white ones are dunes, so everything that's in white here is basically just dunes. This is forest, plains, hills. Hills look like this, and there are some important parts of the map that I can look at, like with L, like this one. That has doesn't usually have that one. It has another like symbol representing it. That's Red Rock. That's a place that we will be going soon. Like this here are rust wells, and the more important places that are not completely randomly generated are places like this. That is the Great Gate. Let's see. This here is the 6-day stilt that I was talking about earlier. I'll not be going there right now because it's pretty far away and we need water to survive. Also, in this game, water is the currency for everything, the main currency. There is no money, there's just water. I'll be talking to this NPC. I'll be doing the water ritual, that is sharing our water with him, and by doing that we increase our reputation with him, but at the same time, because they despise him, we've lost reputation with the villagers of another city. That's just randomly generated. Every interaction between reputation is normally randomly generated. We can't take anything from him because we are at the current moment we have minus 90 reputation with this village, so we can just go on and ask him for work, and he'll tell us that there are critters eating the water vine, which is basically this plant that the farmers are growing in this town. And if we go to Red Rock, we'll see what's hidden beneath Red Rock, what's hidden the water vines. So we just have to go there and find the corpse of one of the creatures that we'll have to kill. Okay, so right now I can go talk to this warden right here, and we'll do the water ritual with him. We've changed our reputation with other villages and other factions. We'll pet the cat. This here is an irradiated cat, so right now we pet him, so we started the glow, and we'll talk with the elder. We'll do the water ritual with him. Right now our reputation increased with the village to the point that we have 110, so we can basically spend 75 to get a skill from him. That's harvestry, which will teach us to gather plants automatically when we walk over them. And right here there is an oven. We can look at it because it's usually not purple like that. So it's purple because it has been graffitied by someone. And right here there's a piece of text that's been graffitied on it, but we can't actually read every character because of course it's graffiti. Not everything appears to immediately strike our visual understanding of it. So we can look at it, we can also cook on it, and we can also, since this here is an oven in a city, we can eat from a recipe that's already present in the city. We do not have the recipe to make apple moths, but if we eat here in town, we can eat that, and it will give us a bonus like plus 10% to natural healing, and we only thirst at half the rate. That's good to have. It won't last very long, but it will last at least for a while we venture outside. Those other farmers are just basic NPCs. We can't do anything with them except trade. What will come here to the Dromad is like a camel mutated human, or a camel-like humanoid. Most of the NPCs in this world are like that, or the enemies also. They are like mutated humans in some form. So some of them are like snap jaws, other ones are like turtles, and most of them are intelligent, and most will be hostile towards us. So we'll just go in our inventory. You can see we have a bronze dagger in our main hand. We start with a pocketed vest. That's like this here is our dodge value, while this here is our armor value. For this character, that's basically going for a high agility skill. He'll be relying mostly on the dodge value, so we'll try to get this value here, dodge value. Where is it? This here, as high as we can. Our armor value determines how hard we get hit for, so we'll try to raise that, but this one will be more important, because if we raise this, we won't be getting hit as much. While this here is our mental armor for mental attacks, but that's not really something that happens early on, so we won't care about that. This here is our quickness, so the rate of which we shoot or do things that are not moving, while this here is the movement speed. So that basically means that since the base value is 100, for every step we take, every other character that has this base value of 100 does move action or some other actions. So if we were to shoot with this quickness of 100, we'd basically be shooting once for every movement an enemy is taking. I know that's not really that clear for now, but it will be getting more clear as we go on. I wanted to remove this torch because we don't need torches since I have night vision. And right here you can see all our arms. We can have weapons equipped in our hand, while on our arm we can put trinkets or such. Right here we have the wings. We can't equip anything there yet, and all the other slots are body. We have a vinewood sap mask on the face. It doesn't give us any bonus for our armor, but it does give us something. It gives us like it helps protect us against gases. It's not really that useful for now. We have a short bow that we can wield as our right missile weapon. We can wield as our missile weapon because only 2 arms can wield that of our 4. But even if we had all our hands full, we'd still be able to wield something there, ranged weapon. That's our stinger. That's the 2-hit chance basically. While that's the damage. In the style of D&D, it rolls dice. So this here would be a 4-sided dice. This here would be a 2-sided dice, so basically a coin for how much damage. Okay, and these two are something that we wield in one of our hands that we could throw. And right here is we have the ability to carry one thing that hovers around us. We will be able to find one pretty soon. So the mission that we took told us to go to Red Rock. We will be heading there shortly, but first I wanted to talk to this character that gives us a mission. This here is the way to start the main quest line. For now it won't be anything interesting. He'll just be telling us that he wants us to find a knick-knack, basically a piece of technology from the past. And I'll tell him that we will go find one, but I already think I have... What do I have? No, this time around I didn't start with a grenade. I started with a basic toolkit. This will be helpful later on, and also some scrap metal that we won't be carrying around because I can't do anything with it. I mean, not only metal, like circuits and those stuff that will be used for crafting, but we don't really need those for now. So, sorry for the pause there, had to drink a little bit of water. I'll be putting all of them in here, because I won't be carrying stuff around that I don't really need. This here is our inventory, so right here you can see that we're carrying water. We can pour this water in one container, so this canteen here holds 60 drams of our water. This is like the basic unit of liquids, basically, in this case water. I don't remember how much they weigh, but everything in this game has a weight value that's calculated in pounds, basically. So this here is what we're currently carrying. This here is our total capacity. It goes up with strength, but also our pocketed vest gives us a bonus to carry capacity. Okay, so we'll be needing that water both to drink and to trade. I went to the Dromed, but I forgot to trade, because I wanted to give him all of our torches, since we won't be needing them. So, here are our torches, we give him everyone, and we'll buy all of his lead slugs, so basically projectiles for rifles or pistols or those types of weapons. He has some armor, some more stuff. I won't be needing any one of those. While this here is copper nuggets, and silver nuggets are basically items that always carry their value. So if we buy that for 10 drams of water. If we sell that for 10 drams of water. While all of the other items have basically extremely diverse values while buying and selling. As you can see here, he sells bronze daggers for 35 drams. We have one in our inventory, and it only sells for 0.70. And since the game doesn't exactly when we buy and sell, it doesn't count values that are not full values. So if we were to only sell that, it would sell that for free, basically, because he wouldn't give us 1 dram. It'd be rounded down to 0, basically, if it doesn't reach the value of 1. Right now we are selling all of our torches for 2.94 drams. We're buying all the projectiles for 1.786, but if we were to do the trade, he would only give us 1 dram, so we'll accept that. We'd be losing the value. That's the difference from 0.7 to 0.9, but we don't really care about that. Okay, we can now go. As I've said previously, on the world map, Red Rock is this place. I know it already, but if the debug tool weren't activated, you'd see it as a more unique place on the map. Coming back to our place, it does autosave, but if I die, since it has permadeath, I think it automatically deletes the save. Even if it doesn't, I won't be coming back to this playthrough, to this character. I'd be making a new one. We'll look here at the shrine. It gives us a piece of lore from this Sultan's life. This one is the only important one in lore, but there are others that exist that are randomly generated. Like, I think there's one here. And if we look at this shrine, it will tell us some piece of his lore. And we also discovered, by reading the shrine description, the location of a historic site that we will get a quest to visit, and it has been highlighted on our map. It's this one here. It has that symbol, so we can look at it. It says that Mid is located right there. We could go there, but since we are level 1 right now, we'd basically die. We can travel on the world map. I can activate flying. Here are our abilities, so if I press 0, I start to fly. I'll be activating that right now, so we start flying. And if I go to the world map, basically our chance to fall would be reduced to 0 while we are on the world map, so we can move faster and have a lower chance of getting lost here in the wilds. But I won't be going there by the world map, I'll be walking there just to see what's on the other pieces of map. I've just fallen because I forgot to turn off flying. Every piece of map that you see in the world map is basically composed of 9 surrounding tiles. So yeah, I wanted to fly, sorry. I wanted to go on the world map. So every piece of map like this one has 9 individual maps composing it. So right now we are in the southern area of this map. I'll be going back to my current location. If I go here, we're in the central part of this map. We've started combat because there's a crocodile and some snapjaws that are fighting us. The snapjaws are basically mutated jackals or something like kobolds from D&D. So we'll kill that one because they are simple enemies, but we've been hit a little bit. You can see our condition isn't perfect right now, it's fine. We can use our stinger to sting the crocodile because so that will be I've put that on number 1. So we press 1, go right, and we basically paralyze the crocodile. It gives us a higher chance of killing it because it's a stronger enemy, at least for level 1. You can see right here is the condition of the crocodile. I think I'll be killing the snapjaw first because yeah, it's dead now. Okay, also the crocodile, I think it's bleeding. Yeah, it's bleeding. And if we hit it one more time, it's dead. Okay, the snapjaws drop an iron mace. We'll be gathering iron equipment for now because it sells pretty well. And we'll be going here to the other snapjaw that died, and he had cloth overalls, so basically a better chest piece than ours. We'll be equipping that. Right here is the weight and armor value, dodge value, so it has higher both armor value and dodge value. There wasn't anything important there, but this fish here, this fish that just died, has killed something there because we see an armor on the ground. I think he broke. Yeah, he just I don't know if it's always a critical hit. Yeah, he cleaved us, so we basically broke our armor. Now it's cracked, so we lose on the armor value. If this will repair over time, it's not really a big deal. Let's see what he had. We won't be taking any of those right here. Oh, so there were some snapjaws that died. I don't need any of those. I need another iron mace. Oh yeah, I forgot to equip my other bronze dagger here. This here is a brute, I think. Yeah, it's a snapjaw brute, and he has a two-handed sword that's painted. We'll see what painted means after we kill him, if we manage to kill him, because at level 1 he's pretty strong for us. We'll paralyze him, and that worked. We don't have any other important abilities like to dismember that's used with axes or other abilities like that, but right now he's paralyzed, so we'll see. Yeah, he's already badly wounded while we're still in perfect condition, so yeah, he's dead. We won't be getting that, but we'll be looking at it, because when items are painted they have pieces of lore and might have contained important both stuff that we need for our a quest that we'll be doing later on, and also have locations of important places, or also of important pieces of equipment, like legendary equipment that can be found around the world. This archer right there, that's Snapjaw Archer Hunter, yeah. But he didn't have any arrows, so he's just attacking us. We already have a short bow, so we won't be taking it. We'll look what's inside the chest. Oh, so we've already found an artifact. We can try to examine it. Whenever we examine it, there's a chance that we destroy it, but we're not destroyed, sorry, to break it, and it only can be repaired with some items later on. But yeah, we found an electro bow. That's really rare thing to find early on, and we'll be getting it. I can't use it right now because it doesn't have yet. As you've seen, it said we've completed the quest to find a piece of technology. I'll equip it in place of this one, but I can't shoot it because it has no power cell, so until we find a battery we won't be able to use that. I think I'll be taking the chain boots because chain boots sell for some, I think. The leather boots I'll be equipping, but also look at them because they are engraved, so just like with painted, they have a piece of lore, so we'll look at it. Yeah, and as you can see, this here is a piece of, since it has that name looking like that with all the colors, it's, what is it? It's a bracelet, and it will tell us where it is. I think it's in the market of Qud Ep1. So if we find that, that's a legendary item. Bracelet, I don't know what it does, but some are not randomly generated, and you can know what they do. I don't remember most of them because they're pretty rare to find. So I've looked at that, and it could give us either bonus to stats or some skill or stuff like that. The dragonfly, no, it's not attacking me. You can press Alt to see everything on the map, so if it's green, if it's an ally, if it's red, it's an enemy, and these here are like the corpses and everything, items that are laying around on the map. I'll be going to look at that one. I don't remember seeing what it was. I think it's a dagger, so I can equip that. Okay, so I said I was going to equip the leather boots on our feet because it gives us one more armor value. I'll also be looking for nah, this was a sword, right? No, it's a bronze dagger. I'll equip that. Yeah, I was saying I will be needing a long sword, but not a two-handed one, a little later on, and we found a leather cap that we'll be equipping on our head. So right now we have 2 armor value and 15 dodge value. I think the dragonflies killed quite a lot of stuff around here. Yeah, let's take this long sword for later. We can use it after we get an important skill that I'll be using for this build. Okay, we're going north, so basically right now we're in the northern part of this area. I've killed the crocodile and we've got our first points. Here is our mutation point. We can either invest it in our mutations, or we could just wait until we have 4 and buy a new mutation for 4. The first one we get, I think it's we'll be getting that automatically once we reach 4 points. So I'll be waiting. I don't get to choose if I want to spend the 4 or not. When I get to 4, it will automatically use them, and I'll be able to select one random mutation from 3 that I've given an option of 3. And usually I go for that. We have some skill points that we've earned, but I'm not going to use them because we don't have enough for what we need. What we need right here is our skill tree. What I need is going into the long blade skill tree to get this, which basically gives us access to defensive stance that gives us a +2 dodge value while we're wielding a long blade. I'll be doing that as soon as I can, but basically next level. We've reached Red Rock, even if we're not still in the location that we have to be, which is the center, but this here is the southern part of Red Rock, which means that if I go on the world map, I am in Red Rock right here, but I am in the southern square of the map. I need to go one higher to get to the central one. So basically here, and there are baboons. There are usually baboons in this area, and they're usually hostile, so I won't be fighting them all at once because they'll kill me. I could try. Yeah, I've killed one by just trying to go north from here because there was one on the other side of the map. I've attacked him and killed him in one swing. I'll be waiting for them. Oh no, this is really bad. There's a legendary one. This is... yeah, this one will certainly kill us. If it gets to us, I'll be running away. So basically that's Shift S to sprint out of there. Also, I think goats and baboons are natural enemies. Yeah, that one is still following us. We've stopped sprinting because we can sprint for 10 turns. Yeah. I don't know. I could be taking a shortcut to go there, or I could try to avoid them, taking a longer route. I'm pretty sure they can't see me here. I'll be trying to kill the legendary one a bit later, but not for now since it will kill us. But I'll try to kill it later because whenever you kill a legendary creature, you get faction changes with other factions. Also, you'll be hated by the one from which you've killed a legendary. Yeah, baboons only drop stones. As you've seen, they've hurt me, but I've instantly gone back up to full health because that's how strong regeneration is in early game. I'll be waiting for them here and paralyze. And we've killed the yellow one. The yellow one is basically not a simple baboon, but a hulking baboon, so I think it has more strength. It's still level 1 like all the others, but they have more strength. If we didn't have regeneration, our health would go up much slower, and that'd be a lot more dangerous. Wait, aren't goats and baboons like natural enemies? Why aren't they fighting? I don't know. Too many baboons. I'll wait here. Yeah, he's chucking rocks at me. Okay, I've gone up 1 level. So right now we also have an attribute point to invest. I'll put it in agility. I'll be needing that for later. And after this one, I'll basically just be going for intelligence. I have 2 mutation points and 180 skill points. I'll be investing that straight away in long blade. So we get access to aggressive stance and defensive stance. So that means if we remove that dagger from our main hand, the main hand has that asterisk there. We could also switch it with tab to... Wait, what? I'm in combat, so I can switch the... I'm in combat with what? I think there's a baboon close. So I'll put our longsword there and our bronze dagger in our other remaining hand. The reason I'm using daggers is because we've already started with the short blade, and we have short blade expertise, which gives us +1 with the short blades. And if I wield one in my main hand, I have quickness to make attack with it. That's 25% higher, but right now I'll be using the longsword there. So I just get the +1 with every dagger that I have. Also, every extra arm that I have has a chance of making an extra attack later on. Oh, I'm bleeding. That's not good. Later on, I'll be taking the ambidextry from the tree. Where is it? Dual wield, yeah, here. So we'll be taking this. So for the first point that we put into it, we'll have a 35% increase to make attacks with the weapons that are not our main weapon, and then it will be 55 and then 75 when we've bought all the skills in there. I'm walking a bit around because usually this right here is the red rock. Of course, this map is randomly generated, all of it, but whenever you get here, there will be like a hill construction in the middle, and you can find the stairs, and from there we'll continue with our main quest line. I don't really look much at how I'm attacking Snapjaws, because right now I'm stronger than basic Snapjaw, and since we found an iron dagger, we'll equip it. So you can see it has higher damage than bronze daggers. Also, I won't be dropping that, but I will be unloading our bow, and I'll be dropping our bow because we don't use it. I could use it since our electro bow isn't working for now, but I'll just keep it. I saw some arrows coming down from that hallway. I'll be waiting around the corner because an archer should be there. Yeah, there it is. I'll be waiting here. Yeah, and he's come and I can fight him. He has another iron dagger, that's good. The sooner we replace every piece of equipment from bronze to iron, the better. Right here they dropped some furs, and this one had some painted scale furs. I'll be looking at that for the lore. Oh, wow, that's really rare to find so many legendary items in I mean, not the item itself, but the location of legendary items in the early game is really good, because as soon as we can go, we're pretty confident that we can clear an area like the ones that have those items. We'll be going there and try to see what the items are. Okay, so right now we've replaced all of our bronze daggers with iron daggers. I'll be putting this slender one. Slender means it has lower weight, but since the basic weight of an iron dagger is 1, it has a weight of 0, so it will be easier to carry around. I won't be grabbing any more of the bronze daggers. I'll be grabbing the copper nugget and all the arrows, and I think I'll also be dropping the bronze daggers because they really don't sell for anything. Okay. Oh, I need to be careful while walking close to those vines that are on the walls, because they can grab you and cause bleeding. And this here is a seed spitting vine that basically just spits seeds at us. It can be a nuisance early on. I'll be waiting here, so every one of them goes into the corridor and they don't have a chance to surround me, also because they have the swarmer ability. That means that if they're close to another creature that has the swarmer, they get a +1 to hit me. It's not really a big deal for Snapjaws, but I don't really want to take the chance. Oh, and I've got an iron longsword, so I'll be grabbing that. This here is a Masterwork bronze battle axe, so the Masterwork just gives us +1 to something. Let's... oh, it has a higher chance to critically hit, yeah. But that's not valuable because it's bronze. I'll be putting our longsword there, so we don't have any more bronze equipment. Oh, the plant critically hit us, but not for much. And the archer has dropped a woven tunic. It has the same armor value like what we have, but we'll grab it because in case the one that we have gets damaged, we can replace it. Also, while walking in this tile here, we got hit from a young ivory that has risen from the ground. Even if it wasn't hostile towards us, it would have still hurt us because it just popped out of the ground and stung us. It doesn't do anything more once we go on it, so it doesn't attack us, but it's usually not a good thing to get hit by those, because they can both hit you for a lot and make you bleed for a lot, so that right there might even have caused us to die. The thing is, we don't really see them when they're underground, so that's why it's also dangerous to walk around here. We'll kill that snapjaw, get the other iron dagger. Even if we don't use them, we'll be taking all the iron equipment, because that sells for more than bronze, and we can make some water. This here is the vine that I was talking about earlier. If I attack it, it's not really a big deal, but if I walk around it while not attacking it, it can grapple us and make us bleed, and we'll take a lot of damage. As you've seen, we were there, we were attacking it, it grappled us. If I tried to walk away, I wouldn't be able, but I'd be taking damage anyway. I don't really need the dog corpse. I thought it was a snapjaw that dropped something. I am hungry, as you can see, but I can just make... Oh, I have hostiles near. And I'm also bleeding. It stopped. I can make a campfire there and I can eat, so it basically won't cost us anything. And this here is random. Usually you don't get any bonuses from eating, but once in a while you do, and that's useful to have. So it says right here that we're well fed, so as long as we're well fed like that, we will have that bonus. Okay, right now I'm trying to clear out this map because we can find some useful stuff, but also we are looking for the stairs down. We've already seen them, it's there. So what we need to do is go down. There's another archer. It had a painted. Oh, isn't this the one that we've seen earlier? Yeah, I think there are two corpses here. Yeah, of course. So it's the same as earlier. Okay, this here is the stairs down. I don't know. Yeah, I'll be going down. Tons of snapjaws. A thing that I could do is also go back up and have them follow me. Sometimes they won't, sometimes they will. Yeah, it's better to have them come to me, because there were a lot and they could have surrounded me. I've killed one that was downstairs while pressing plus to go down, so basically it gave us enough experience to get another level. With this other level, I'll be taking this one. So improved defensive stance, which basically gives us another +1. So we had +2 to dodge value. Right now we'll be getting +3. It doesn't activate immediately. I have to go and manually activate defensive stance again. So right now this is the correct value of 18. That's pretty high early on. There's an enemy below us. That's pretty high early on, and that means that most enemies, simple enemies, won't be able to hit us. Usually, at least. They don't have a high chance of hitting us. Grabbing all the iron equipment. As you can see, things get coated with whatever liquid there's underground on them, so there was both salt water and blood on there, so they basically tainted the axe. But we could, if we find a pool of water. What's here? Oh, tar encrusted bones. No, we don't really need the bones. Wait, there they are. If we find some water on the ground like that. Wait, we've lost water? No. Where did that water come from? I didn't see it earlier. If we walk to that pool, since it's just salty water, we could use it to clean all of our equipment. But we still have tarry boots because we've walked on asphalt. Asphalt is that, and that it's basically tar. And if we walk on it, we have a chance to getting stuck, and we also have lower movement speed. Okay, I'll be looking at the other parts of the map. This here is Qud. This is a pretty nasty piece of critter that lives on the wall, because it doesn't really hurt you for much, but it makes your metal equipment rust, and you can't use rusted stuff. So if it rusts our longsword, we can basically say goodbye for it until we find something that can repair rust, but that's not something we can find early on. Oh no, that beetle is stuck. Okay, it's okay now. I thought I was about to get stuck. Oh, I really need to be careful when walking around those, because rust is really a pain early on. I'll try to find the spider. There's an archer. Oh, that one is blue, so that one is a warlord, a snapjaw warlord. It's a little bit tougher than the basic ones, but not really anything terrifying. It's not a legendary one. I'll be paralyzing it and then just hit it until it dies. Yeah, I think I'll grab this, because I will be needing to shoot some until we're able to use the electro bow. I will be, oh yeah, I tried to put a battery. I won't be able to use it, so I will be needing to shoot at stuff like, no, it just rusted our iron dagger. Luckily we have 3 spare ones. If we can, we'll be trying to shoot at them from a distance, that way they don't rust our equipment. Like this one here, we just stay there, reload with our wooden arrows and fire, and it's dead. It also dropped one of its stems. That's a piece that can be used for cooking later on. Yeah, just come here. I didn't want to get close to that Qud. Short swords are just like daggers. They only weigh 2 more, but they have the exact same stats. I'll be getting that. And there's a painted bronze sword. We can look at that. Wait, no, I was looking at the wrong stuff. Look at that. Other piece of lore. Nothing. I think we already knew that piece of lore because it didn't update our diary. I don't want the corpse. Oh, there's a rusted artifact. That's really bad because we need to give artifacts to the NPC there. But I don't think we can if they are rusted. Yeah, there's just some water laying around. Nothing important here. Okay, so we're basically done with this place. I won't be trying to kill every vine that I see, because if we don't get close to them, they are really not a threat for us. These gloves here are useful. We can put them on our hands, but as you can see, this value of 1 is highlighted in red. That means, as we can see from here, that since we have multiple arms, their armor value will be averaged across all our body parts, or our same body parts. So if we equip, right now it's 1 and 0 from the empty hands that we have right here. So right now it's giving us 0. We'd have to equip another pair of boarskin gloves on our other hands, so lower hands, and then we'd be getting the exact value of 1 from both of them, so we'd be getting a +1 here. Right now that value is 0. I know that I'd like it a lot more if we'd get bonus armor for every equipment that we have on every slot. So if we get 1 there and 1 there, we'd be getting a total of 2, but that's not the case with the game. I kind of understand why it went that route, but still it's not really. Oh, we can also grab those pieces of junk. Yeah, it's I'd prefer it that I got stuck on asphalt. I'd prefer it if you got your full armor values from everything. That creature that we just killed was a giant centipede. It's basically normal enemy, a bit strong for the beginning, but I already know that I'm stronger than the average for this area, so one of them is not really a big threat. If there were many in the same surrounding me, they would be higher threat. Yeah, I would really like that archer to stop shooting. Another centipede. We'll also try to paralyze it. The good thing about them is that for now they give 125 XP when they die, so that's really a lot for us. And that made us get another level. We've hit, right now have 4 mutation points, and it asks us if we want to buy mutation. I'll say yes, because that's why I was keeping them. Oh, this is really nice. Double muscle gives us +2 to strength and a 15% chance to daze an opponent on each hit. So basically for each weapon that we have, if we hit, we have a 15 chance to daze for 2 or 3 rounds. But the cool thing about that is that if a creature is already dazed, if we daze it again, it gets stunned. Okay, so another thing by reaching the level 5 is that we've rapidly advanced we can rapidly advance our mutation, so basically put 3 points into it. We'll be getting 3 points into our multiple arms, because that way, right now it's 3 because for our level it's capped at 3, but another point will be automatically put in here when we reach level 6 or 7, I think. Okay, I won't be putting any more points in here for now. The next points will be going into regeneration, but that's not, we don't have any points for now. But the really cool thing about having points in multiple arms is that the chance to get extra attacks with the other arms increased to +16. The next level will give us +19. This here I think is a warrior. We'll paralyze it. No, we can't paralyze. We'll just fight it normally. It's not a threat. Another longsword. We'll be keeping that. Another cap. I'll be keeping that too in case this one gets damaged. As you can see, right now our leather cap is water stained, and the vinewood sap mask is both water and slime stained. We can clean them. This here is, whoa, did they just chuck an corrosive gas grenade at the vine? This here is a hermit that's walking around. He's not an enemy, he's friendly, but he just chuck a corroding grenade at the wall because there was a find there. Yeah, they are. Oh, what's that? I don't know. Why does it look like that? Wait, that's not normal. That's not normal at all. Really? Did it have anything? Oh, I've never seen this. I've never ever seen this. So these are furs and a crypt ferret disguise. So it looks like a crypt ferret? Why? No, I'll be taking this for sure, even if it weighs 10. I've never seen that. I've played this game for quite a while and I've never seen that. The hermit died to the giant centipede. Oh, I've accidentally took the... No. Yeah, I've taken the human corpse by accident. I thought there was something valuable on it, but there was nothing. Okay. Yeah, our total weight isn't that high, but it could be lower. I'll be a little bit more tactical when fighting those because I don't really want to fight all at once. Oh wait, no, leather moccasins. I thought there were leather boots, but we already have leather boots. Oh, another pair of boarskin gloves, really useful, but by grabbing those, the centipede got close to us. We'll kill it first and equip them right now. So right now we have +1 and +1 that get average to their middle value. So basically we got +1 to our armor value. As I've said, I don't really care much about our armor value, but it helps getting it higher. This here is a cannibal, we'll just kill it, it doesn't drop anything, it just has a 200-pound corpse and a club, because it was just like a caveman cannibal sort of creature. I think he broke something of us, yeah, he just broke our boarskin gloves, they cracked. So right now the armor value is being averaged between 1 and 0, so we have 3 again. But they, as I've said earlier, they do get repaired with time. Oh, this is cool. We found a piece of a book that, if it's highlighted in yellow like this book is basically not randomly generated, but being written by the devs. We can read it. And right here it says... Oh, I sort of remember this one, but I don't really know exactly what it is. So it's it talks about the heirlooms in the world. I think. Let me give me a second to read all of this. Yeah, so it basically talks about the fact that every faction has preferences in items. So right here we can go on the next page, read. Wait, why can't I? Okay, so you can see that antelopes prefer chest pieces, apes prefer gloves and everything. I think this is randomly generated, I think. And this is all the book. It goes. These are all the factions in the game. So these ones, every faction is right here. A lot of villages, and the last ones. Also, they basically have preferences in items. Okay, and let's see. Where's Joppa? Joppa. They like long blades. This might mean that if we sell them long blades, they'll give us higher values. I'll need to try that out. I'll be grabbing that book, and I'll also be grabbing that bark that we can cook with. Wait, What did I see? Only warrior, nothing too dangerous. I'll be clearing this map, and I think after this piece of map I'll be going to save the game and close this episode for now. We'll continue after this. So right here we found the desert Chris. That's basically a dagger. I think it's a reference to Dune. We can equip it in place of the one of our daggers. It's basically exactly the same as the daggers. 5 to attack and 1d3 to damage, like the iron dagger. I just like it more for flavor. Yeah, we're not really that strong, we're just agile, so if we walk on asphalt, we're bleeding, I think. Yeah, we were bleeding, got pretty hurt. Right now we're injured. I'll go back here for a while and rest. So basically press 5 to stand still. Okay. Until our health is full. I think only a small part of the map is missing. Let me see if we automatically picked. Yeah, we've automatically picked some bracelets from around, but they don't really do much. There are other they can sell for quite a lot. There are other types of bracelets that gives us a bonus with baboons, so it would be helpful to get around the baboons in this area. There's 1 or 2 other rooms in here. Let's look. Yeah, there's one big one. Another short sword, that's iron. We're hungry, so there is a campfire there. We can just light it up and eat. No bonuses this time. Stairs down are right here. So we'll close it for now and we'll continue next time. For now this is looking like a bit of a strong run, not anything OP for now, but at least it's a good start. Yeah, we didn't die for now, so that's really a good start. I'll be seeing you next time.